early 2017 actively. So I have seen a lot, done a lot, experienced a lot. And around end of last year, early this year, I've got into DeFi protocols, moderating them, then running them, and this time creating my own. And that's when I partnered up with JPEG. He is and was running the community side for these months because this development is going on for months. And I was managing the tokenomics finances development. I'm not the developer, I'm just managing it. On the personal side, I think this is all that's relevant. JPEG, you want to add something to your place?
Yeah, I'm JPEG, running now a Mexican joint, but back in the days I was working for spirits companies. I was doing the brand building for them, worked as a brand ambassador, can make awesome cocktails as well. So yeah, I'm more the fun guy keeping the community together and giving Coma and Crypto Guy, our developer, a little bit the non-degen side of things. And like maybe normal people that have nothing to do with this crypto space will perceive things. So yeah, this is a little my part. And Coma would tell them a little bit about Crypto Guy.
Okay, so Crypto Guy is in IT security for several decades now. He got into blockchain development, listen up, at 2015. He was one of the first Solidity developers in the country, and he is one of the best, if not the best, right now because of his experience. He's managing the IT systems in several universities with hundreds of thousands of students. He is teaching blockchain and cryptocurrency with both the business and the IT side into private universities. He is a genius on his own. And I think the three of us really can work together well because of our areas of expertise are so different and we don't overlap. We never argue. All of us do what we are good at, and we keep moving forward. I am no small caliber myself. Thank you for noticing. I am I am friends with him in real life, and I was like, man, we should really do a protocol together. And then he was like, oh, sure, why not? We started off with an NFT game. We tried to develop some bots, and then we were like, okay, there is DeFi. We'll have DeFi. Let's do DeFi. Then we are doing this, and it's so far going awesome. All the support that we are getting, all the people that are interested and telling us that how cool it is that we are not forking something but developing our own stuff that is actually unique, has new features, is interesting, will be fun. It contains all the necessary elements that people loved about Tomb Force, that people loved about Wolf Game, that people loved about strong blocks or
And DeFi in itself.
yeah. So we are. Oh, you didn't offend me. I was.
No offense.
No, no, no. We are not a fork. We are just saying that we are kind of a combination of a Wolfgang fork and a Tomb fork. So regions who have a little experience understand us. But we are by no means a fork of anything. So all our contracts are unique, developed from the ground up. We have at the moment 3 developers working full time, 2 developers working as contractors, 2 designers. That's on the backend side. So it's not like someone in the after work is creating some code. No, we are working on it full time for more than 3.5 months now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we pivoted a lot. First, I just wanted to create a risk protocol, an NFT risk protocol. Then I was like, that's too boring. Then, okay, let's create something like Tomb, but without bonds and implement NFTs because bonds are just bullshit. And I was like, okay, this is good, but the tokenomics doesn't add up. And then I was like, okay, what the hell do we need? And once I got all the pieces of the puzzle right, and the development was going on, and the picture was clearer and clearer every day, it was, like, yeah, this is what we need to do now. So we pivoted and pivoted and pivoted until everything fell into place. We have run so many simulations to make sure that the tokenomics add up and that it will be a sustainable protocol. We had sleepless nights, literally, in a call from 4 p.m. till 4 a.m. our time because the models were just crashing and nothing was working. And then we tweaked the numbers, we tweaked the expansion, we tweaked the mechanics a little, and soon it just worked.
That case, it's not even, small, but a little bit more because, you think you should mention Fastboot Wolf game in that connection.
Okay,
So building up to
okay.
this because this is where we meet also. So
Yeah, yeah.
mm,
So back in December, there was a Wolf game fork, the first exploit-free Wolf game fork that from which the founders stole a lot of money. I was the head moderator there, an unpaid starter of DeFi, and I was like, okay, this was a big move, but at least don't let the protocol die. Hand me over the smart contracts, and I will keep it running. And that takeover was more than 2 months long. It was very, very long. But eventually, I got hold of all the smart contracts, and crypto guy and I developed phase two for that. And at the moment, it's also working, so it survived even after kind of a hard drag. And that was the first protocol that I kind of owned in DeFi. So how does a Wolf game fork work? You mint an NFT and you have it's a risk protocol, so there are chances involved. There is a chance that you get a wolf, 10%. There are chances that you get a sheep, 90%. And there is a 10% chance that someone who already has a wolf steals your mint. So it's not guaranteed that you will ever receive what you created. Also, the traits of the NFTs are randomized. So there is a chance that you get something unique, and there is a chance that you get something not so unique. And this is implemented in many NFT protocols. The most important trait is the alpha score, which influences how good the given wolf is in the game. We have also tweaked this a lot, and I don't want to spill too much beans, but I can tell you that we have come up with a concept that will be a first of its kind. And I'm even not sure that I will mention this before our launch, because everyone will see it immediately and you guys will be like, oh my God, I didn't know this was possible with NFTs. You will see. So we finalized this concept today, and less than 3 hours ago, I had the call with crypto guy. Then when he said that he has finished the contract and it's working, he's tested it. So yeah, I'm
yeah.
I'm super. This is why I'm smiling. I'm super excited for this feature actually.
Oh yeah,
Because,
this will be fun. But
um,
not too much. Not too much. This is the beauty, of marketing.
How does it work? Hard numbers. We will have 10,000 Roman NFTs. You will have a 90% chance to mint a Gladiator, 10% chance to mint an Emperor, and there is a 10% chance that your mint is stolen by someone who is already staking an Emperor. The previous mints do not influence your upcoming mints, and so on and so forth, so it's completely exploit free. If you believe otherwise, feel free to test it on the testnet. We have an open beta. Everyone who requests an access gets an access. So all our contracts will be available on the testnet and we are giving away hard cash if any of you find anything that shouldn't be there. Fortunately, nothing buggy or hard exploit was found so far, but we are counting on you guys to search it and make sure in a decentralized way that everything is good. This is what DeFi stands for, decentralized. You are giving the contracts, you are there seeing it, and so on and so forth. We have talked with many auditing firms, and most of them are just bullshit automated tools that literally make no sense. So we have developed protocols for other people, NFT means and so on, and they have done audits. And actually, we have conversations where the auditing firm got back the report. And the crypto guy was so pissed. He wrote a detailed and technically proven response to that, saying why the audit is faulty and why the feedback is incorrect. And the people who run this
That was
auditing
fun.
firm were like, "Thank you for your explanation. We have modified our report." So yeah, this is how good those auditing firms are.
Not yet, not all of them, not all of them, obviously. So, I would rather, everybody who's listening,
I am talking about these automated tools. Yeah,
no,
that
no, definitely. But share your thoughts in the chat. What do you think? Is a beta test how we do it. So if you want, we give you access to run free on the back end and look, what we are cooking there. Or do you like to have a marketing stamp? This is audited by, and you trust more that. I would really like to hear your opinions about that, and maybe then we pick it up later. Again, these questions, because it depends on what will the community really want from us, because we will state a report in the end when the beta is done. I believe people, that there are actually a few people here in the audience, DeFi Jack Banana, there's actually members of us and have the access and testing. So maybe we get something where they will state like, okay, we didn't find anything. Which not mean there is, in that case, but when 10 people say we looked from different angles on it, is it not the same like a proper audit? People from
we
the
have
space. So
yeah. So we are on the belief that everything should be public and everyone should have a right to raise their voice and say something. So this is why we are not uh, going with. Also, in our country, we have a saying: "More eyes see more things." So the more people see it, the more trusted everything will be.
Roma is from Hungary, by the way, if you
Yeah.
wondered.
So
I'm
if you are
from
in
Austria.
Budapest, just message me. We can meet for a beer or whatever. Uh, what else? NFT game. I have talked about that. It's a risk game, yeah, and these NFTs serve two purposes besides being fun. First of all, with the Tomb Forks, I find it a major problem how they distribute the share token initially. They just either dump it in the liquidity and then someone has the chance to snipe it and get an insane advantage among anyone else. Or the other, they distribute it among friends, family, active members of the Discord. How decentralized, thank you. So no, we are going to distribute the initial Glad share, our share token, via the initial NFT staking pool that will go on for 72 hours. And every NFT that is staked in there will get a portion of it. So there is a possibility that 10,000 people will earn Glad share in the beginning, not just 10, 20, or 100.
Good question. Comma, do you want to take this?
So
This
we
is
have
really
created
yours.
a so we have created a game theory aspect to it. Then your best decision now may change later based on the best decision of others. Everyone starts to, let's say, Glacier APR is crazy high, whatever, 10% pay. Everyone will stake their NFTs for Glacier, and the APR drops because of this, because everyone is staking for Glacier. And then the Glad APR will be higher because they are not staking for Glad, but staking for Glacier. So then the best decision again is to stake for Glad. So if you sit in front of the computer, in front of Gladiator Finance, you can kind of always do the best decision for your NFT. So it's much more flexible than doing it with single staking or LP staking, because you can just change it with a click of a button, literally. And the production of these NFTs go on forever. So this is another reason why you should mint a bunch of these NFTs. And I'm not sure we have mentioned it anywhere. Should I drop a tiny little alpha JPEG on the long term? Should I? uh, Today we have talked about how uh, we are going to gamify this in the long term. So I am I see a very high probability that there will be a Gladiator NFT game.
Oh yeah, we're making the connection. Sorry, my mic was off.
Very
Yeah,
high probability.
yep.
Maybe next
No,
week.
yeah.
Because this is not even on our. This is not even. If you check our announcement, this is not even on our public roadmap yet. So I like to announce things when they are done. So this is why I announced. This is why we set the launch date after we got the word that the contracts have been developed and tested. Now it's just the beta and the integration. So we know that everything is ready, and it's there won't be any surprises. Because I hate when a protocol announces a date, I wake up at 4 a.m. Okay, let's get ready to launch, and oh, sorry guys, we need to fix this. It may take 1 minute or 10 hours. Don't know, sit in front of your computer because it can happen every minute. No, I just hate that. I don't want to do that to any of you. It will be a timed launch, so the start time will be in the smart contracts. It will be a decent launch, fair launch. Um, I'm not sure whether you have heard about Firebird's NFT that I'm not sure if it was on AVAX on Ethereum. Either way, it was a 5,555 NFT protocol, an investment protocol. We developed their smart contracts, and their launch went flawlessly, super smooth. So they are another, how to say it, uh, they can verify that we deliver better than we promise, and we promise a lot. Oh, yes. Then let's shift to the. Actually, not yet. There is one more point because I want to go in timeline. So after this minting, there will be two Genesis pools, one for the whitelist and one for the public. So if you have a whitelist, you will be able to stake for a 24-hour Genesis pool that will not be available to the public. It will go on for 24 hours and you will have the chance to earn a lot of GLAD in there. So this is another reason why you should be active in here, so you can get one of the VS that we are giving away or buy it for 3 AVAX on our website. I think we still have like a couple dozen left, I'm not sure. Do
We
we?
have some. Yeah, well,
Okay.
there's a little left.
Okay, so if you are concerned, you just go to our website. Can I put it in the link in the
The
description?
website I already did.
Okay, and put it in the AMA class. Oh yeah, JP did it. Okay, so whitelist Genesis pools, public Genesis pools. Yeah, and other reason why you buy a whitelist, you get a free NFT if you win 10. Yeah, just a free NFT. So if you think about it, whitelist is not so expensive
How
after all.
much?
Maybe you get more money than you started with if you buy it. You should do this calculation for yourself, not financial advice. But if you get an NFT that will cost like, I don't know, 1.6 AVAX, and you earn a lot of GLAD by staking in the whitelist Genesis pool, make your calculations and decide for yourself whether you should buy it or not.
On the price before you write down 1.6 AVAX per NFT and gonna pin us down in 2 weeks on that. It's gonna be
Thank you.
$30. We're gonna be putting this
So
in.
when we deploy the contract
Yeah.
for minting, we see how much USD an AVAX is, and we will set the price to be around $30 at the first mint and around $45 at the 10,000 mint. So every mint is a tiny bit more expensive. So I just said the pricing of the NFTs. Should I repeat it?
No,
So
$30.
30 to 45 USD-ish. But it will
Yeah,
be
no, no,
when
no
we
problem.
deploy the contract, not at launch. So if the market fluctuates in the time between the deployment and the launch, then we can do nothing about that. We will do our best. But it is how it is. We are on AVAX, we are pegged to AVAX, we think in AVAX. That's the downside of it.
But we want to make it as fair as possible. That's why we
Yeah,
we
this is
say
why
it will
we
be
this
start
is
with
why we
$30.
limited a little bit about the pre-sale. So we limited the pre-sale where people could buy for 2x of PEG. So it's not below PEG or at PEG where pre-salers bought. They bought at 2x. So there is almost no chance that they will dump at launch because they have bought at twice the PEG price and or 3 times the PEG price, depending whether they had whitelist or not. And it was also limited, so it's not like a whale could gain a lot of GLAD. They could gain just a tiny amount. I don't think anyone has more than 2 to 3%. I
Yeah,
would
and
have to
we
check.
are packed. Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
we are
Gladcon price
we
at
are
launch
super
will be 0.
decentralized, and we
Yeah.
will just be more and more decentralized by every day we are
But
approaching.
maybe the price, just info, it was we are packed to 0.1 AVAX. The whitelist preset price was 0.2 AVAX, and without the whitelist price was 0.3 AVAX for 1p Glad. That's from maybe that in. This is how we structured it.
Yes, and I think now we can circle to the arena catacombs, how we are keeping the peg and so on, to the question of Melanie, because now the timeline is arriving. So the arena is where people stake our LP tokens and maybe single stake GLAD to earn GLAD share. I am saying LP tokens in multiples because we have a tree pool. So there is a very smart person in this AMA at the moment with whom we could discuss this, and was very beneficial to us. We will have a pool for Gladsher, Gladsher AVAX, and Glad AVAX. And with these three, we are kind of arbitraging is not the right word, but that's maybe how you best understand it. To protect the peg and any kind of dump that may occur in an undesired scenario. So it's a great protection for the protocol that we have these three pools, and all of these can be staked, and the APRs will balance each other out. Then there is the catacombs, which is where you stake the share token to earn glad in expansionary periods. And then there is the marketplace, which is a new concept, and it's totally not a marketplace. It's where you manage your NFTs, where they are staked, what they are earning, whether your emperors have stolen any gladiators, and later maybe, not sure, gathering at the fireplace. Again, I don't want to drop too much alpha, that we are just, kind of getting it out there. But we have come up with another concept that will be unique in the space. It's not necessarily big. It's just a nice little addition.
And for long run, the Mr. Clark, I believe, beforehand in the questions, AMA questions asked what the API of a restaurant is. And believe it or not, I'm trying to find that out. I know actually what the API of a restaurant is of my restaurant, but there are definitely plans for this real life adaptations. So we will try to in the future, when we set up a few protocols, we will definitely look into adaptations real life, like maybe a hotel, a restaurant, more Mexican burrito joints, in several cities where you then actually can pay, with Glad. How awesome will be that? You go in there, you can, stay in a room, you can go into the hotel, so because I have, vast experience in these things. I know how to set up restaurants, I run hotels.
To addition to that,
There is
both
a
CryptoGuy and
lot
I
of
are
things.
very, very well versed in the blockchain community and the startup community in Hungary. Like, we know everyone, or we know someone who has the phone number of everyone, literally. So we have great long-term plans that will come in 2 to 5 years, to mass adoption of crypto. We are talking about that every day, how people will be able to pay with their fucking wallet at Burger King and Tesco. So it's definitely not near future, it's definitely not Gladiator finance, but we are also working with many smart, influential, and wealthy people to bring mass adoption to the world.
Definitely.
Um,
Because
and
the
I'm,
interest,
I'm,
the
I'm
interest
talking
is
slowly
big.
because I'm searching for the picture that people have asked for Gladiator. Sorry about that. Let me find some nice.
Because actually the interest in higher investment funds, at least in Austria, is very high. I don't know how many people of you are familiar with Bitpanda, the exchange that most people in Europe and Eastern Europe is used quite often. It's actually a Viennese startup. I served one of those guys, many drinks, back in my bartender days. Um, so there is very much interest into the bigger money here in Vienna for investing in this, mass adoption, because it will come. What should I say? I mean, I see Papa Big Mac is here. You just need to listen sometimes to Fight and eye opening. What will come.
Yeah. Uh, so
What the
we
I believe
protect the
that will be
peg,
the
as I
perfect.
was very in all my talks and all my messages, I am saying that bonds are useless pieces of shit. What is a better experiment, in my opinion? Um, what is the reason for bonds? Reduce circulating supply, provide additional utility. How do we do that in a protocol when there is NFT risk involved and there is a token involved that is constantly increasing in circulating supply? Well, you create a Patrician NFT, which is a next generation Gladiator and Emperor NFTs, and you mint them for Glad. With the minting, you take out 100% of the minting price out of the circulation, and you create NFTs that will be again usable not for 5 days, but potentially forever. And they will because people who mint them take a higher risk, so those NFTs will have a higher allocation in comparison to the previous generations. And in our simulation, it works out. So instead of bonds, you are minting NFTs. And those NFTs, again, will be a mini game on their own, just like how at our launch, the NFT minting will be, risk protocol. You have chance to this, chance to that, chance to get stolen.
Chance to steal one.
Yeah, that's a great feeling. In itself, this will be a volatile and risk protocol, risky investment opportunity. Not to mention that these have a long-lasting these are a long-lasting component of our ecosystem. So if you believe in us, then definitely these will be lucrative as hell because these are hopefully never in a lifetime opportunities. But if they happen, they might happen just once. Who knows? We will you see KOC, it's growing crazy. So and we have already developed
Our
another
mini
technical
game.
solution similar to that. So we will have many mechanisms with which we will, on average, burn more tokens than what other protocols are doing. Hopefully, this makes sense. It's a
Yes.
mini game. I call it a mini game. I
But
never expected them to last so long. We provided 1,000 USD and I'm not sure, like 55 AVAX from our own pockets and said, okay, guys, if you join the tournament and no one else joins after you for 6 hours, you win this money. And the money goes to our pre-sellers and to treasury and to the
back
pot
to the
and so on. And people were playing it like crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, many of them, almost all of them loved it.
So
So
just
it
to
was like
give you some numbers, the AVAX spot right now is around 1.5K transactions, something like that.
1,571.
Yeah. So it's just a pot. It's running for 3 weeks or something.
We have many of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
You will see a lot of this with us. I promise you that. And I can say
Uh,
this with certainty because I know that we have already developed a lot of unique stuff.
yeah. And then KOC, then the bear market hit, and we decided, yeah, let's uh,
Postpone.
give the other protocols also an opportunity to use this for their protocols. So we
Agree.
actually, for free, set up all the pods that you see there. So Grape, Walrus, Grave, Zombie, 100 Days, Finance, and we plan to make KOC multi-chain. So there will be also Phantom protocols in the future. There will be Binance protocols because actually, there were many asking already. Um, so yeah, and Grave showed us a ratio. I believe I can tell this. So they with their pot, they burn more that they put in the pot. So actually, they have a positive, balance on that, which is impressive. Thinking about that. In the end, it was a mini game that we planned just to launch. To beat a little time for the people to wait on us, because like we said, we launched the server in February, and it's July, I believe. So yeah, I am very thankful. Thanks again for all the members that stick with us so long. But yeah, the launch will be 3rd of August this year.
Yeah. Yes, because of the share token distribution. So, as I said, it's not like some people or snipers get it, but there is a chance that 10,000 different people are, if you are selling and buying an NFT, even more people can get share tokens. So it's totally decentralized and distributed. Also, you can just go to our website and buy the whitelist spot right now. It's not like you have to grind for it, you have to lick some balls for it. No, you go there, you purchase it. Done deal. Completely decentralized. Again, we are a true believers in this concept. So everything we do will be around this.
Yep.
Good question. Let me circle on this after I answer this KYC and docs question. So JPEG is doxed publicly with face
Sí, señor.
and where he's working and everything. So he's a public figure by now. And let me link our KYC channel. JPEG, please link our KYC channel
Yes,
so
sir.
people can read what the hell we did, because that's an innovative way to do KYC.
Oh yeah, we're proud, very proud. We yeah, this
We
is
are so far the only ones who did this, in my
this
opinion, as far as I know.
Yep. Copy link. Yeah, but tell them. Tell
So
the people what we did.
we went to a law office. We deposited our data, our passport, address, tax number, everything, and we because of this, our data with everything is deposited at a law office publicly. So when you go to the law office, that um, the government calls the law office that, hey, I need the data of these guys because they are getting sued or whatever. The law office will like, yeah, it's in the regulations that we have to give their data, so here it is. No questions asked, because it's all in the laws and regulations. There is no like shady third people. You don't even know who the fuck they are, what they do, how they handle data, how they hold it or sell it on the black market. No, it's at the law office.
Again, not everybody, but some. A law office.
Yeah, you email them.
Mm, we there is the address of the law office is in the KYC proof in the link that I have, and you can happily contact them if you have doubts. You have a lawyer, ask the lawyer. Lawyers funnily know like to how to contact another lawyer, not depending on the country. They have their communication channels. We talk to some lawyers in Canada, in America, in other parts of Europe, and we asked them, like, how do you see this? Can you prove that this is a law office? He said no problem. So actually, when you guys call them, you will see, so in the end it's the same like a company. I mean, do you always know who's behind? You see addresses and so on. Yes. So we try to give the best option in our opinion, how you can handle it, because when you get get scammed in other projects that rocked, some people lost serious money on that shit, like really serious money. And then you have, all the rights to it to go to a lawyer and say, man, I got rocked. I mean, we are in Europe, we have very strict rules on data security and so on. So, for example, we now have a law that you can, go and get your money back from online casinos that are not licensed. So you lose a shit ton of money with them. You can go to a lawyer, and the chances that you get the money back are not that bad. So we just wanted to, go ahead with that to just place the informations there to be accessible and not like there is some, self-written rules somewhere from some people, in what cases this will be put forward to the authorities and so on. Yeah, so
A few
this
questions.
quite a
So
trick.
that are happening in the AMA questions. You guys are awesome. Uh, min max buy-in, no min buy-in. I don't believe in minimums. On maximum buy-ins, with the NFTs, we have a limit. On the token, I am not sure. And we will also create a DCA buy option. So there won't be any huge crazy wick in our chart that will be just dumped on for, you know, day trading and so on. So we want to create a sustainable protocol for the long term, for months and years to come. And if you want to go shitcoining, go on Ethereum. There are a lot of good shitcoins right now.
Hmm.
That's not who we will be. When Moon, when Whitelist, you can purchase at our website right now. I kindly ask JPEG again to link the website.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
Any other questions that I missed? I remember that our kind host Zach asked me something. Community multisig, yeah, there are a lot of people on our multisig, including prominent dogs, the members of DeFi, YouTubers, and so on. So our multisig is very solid. You can go and check who are on the multisig actually. So it's also public information. And all the decision makers who can make decisions instantly with majority vote are KYC'd. And the community can make votes not instantly, but depending on the majority with some time. So even if all three of us dies because our countries get nuked or whatever, the protocol will fucking survive because we set it up that way. VL public same price. Yes, they are same price. VL gets a free mint. That's the minting advantage and the Genesis pool. Was bonding cover? Yes, we said why bonding is implemented in a completely other way. With who speak about this, speak about that. Sorry, you guys, if I'm just jumping around. You are asking questions so quickly. It's a great AMA. Ask me anything,
Chat
Juliano.
is on fire.
Yeah,
What the hell, man?
community audit. So if you want, you tell now in the chat tagging JPEG that you want to access our contracts on the testnet. You go there, you create yourself some test AVAX, and you play the protocol as you wish. You pump, you dump, you mint NFTs, you burn NFTs, you
Try
leak
to
the
break it.
NFTs, boss, whatever you want. You try to break it, you try to destroy it, and if you succeed, as I said, you will get cold hard cash from us.
Yep. Papa Big Mac, is this, like you want to be on the beta testers? Is this right? They were just waiting for me. If that's so, yes, we were waiting for you. Mhm.
What the fuck?
Long, long
First of all,
six.
we are not a fork. Second of all, there are a lot of seigniorage coins, algorithmic coins, and so on and so forth. So it's not a bad concept. So far, it has most of the times it has been implemented in a way that's not sustainable. There are many reasons for that. Most notably, people don't know how to develop a smart contracts exploit-free way. So yeah, that's the main reason giving a bad name to DeFi, besides people who are just toxic to the communities. That when someone creates a protocol or someone creates a fork, they just do a shitty job at it, to be honest. Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So, wha- yeah, of course, yeah. So once so we do not support the APY, we support the PEG. Let's get that clear. So we are a long-term sustainable protocol. We will not go crazy about APYs and APRs, you know. If you want those, you go to shitcoining, please. If you want a long-term investment, you come to us, okay? Two completely different things. In a couple of days ago in our chat, I explained that our revenue streams stand on multiple legs, including liquidity providing, the triple arbitrage, the NFT sales. Yeah, this was your question. Where does that money go? To the treasury. Yeah, all to the treasury. Not dev wallet, to the treasury. Thank you for this question, though. I think it's really important. Then the expansion on Glad. Many Tomb Forks have 20% going to the dev wallet. We have 2.5%, almost 10th of what others make, just for the sustainability. Uh, what else do we have? I texted a lot of these. We will have revenue from the fireplace. We will have revenues from the from the mechanism that has never seen before in DeFi. I, which I won't drop here, definitely. Please don't try to get it out of me because of my excitement for it. Uh, because no. We will have Gladiator camps as a long-term sustainable revenue model as well. KOC and KOC-like technical solutions as well. We will also outsource them. Yeah, we stand on many, many legs. So we will be extremely solid when it comes to revenues. We like to reformulate it for so everyone understands. We will not need to dump our pack token to get money out of it. So it's not a so it's not like most of the Tombforks. Oh my god, again, like 20 message guys, let me read it up. This is
First,
gonna be a great question for JPEG.
yeah, the first one I had with the marketing funds allocated, this is yours. Kind of marketing plan. We are talking to YouTubers, obviously. We have a Twitter, we have a little agency here in Vienna, a book that is running on Twitter account. We recently hired the First Lady, Melania, as a head mod, planning on more so. So the chat is going well. We don't believe in this mass DM BS. So we rather keep it, in chill places, talking about. I mean, you see what's going on in the AMA questions channel. I mean, there's people going nuts. So this is kind of how I see putting this up. We are here now for like 5 months. People started talking about us. People know us already, so we will definitely put a little bit more pressure in the next week on it. There will be some more videos released where you see, more in a picture, what we do, explained by awesome YouTubers. that's how we actually, come to the Cardinal house because of that. So there are here some of them that we like to work together. And yeah, and since after launch, we will definitely intensify with some real techniques more the marketing. But yeah, I believe you will need to invite us, again to talk more about Gladiator Finance, when we have more information on the technical side, because Comma is so excited that he DMing me all the time. No, Comma, you can't. No, not yet. So this is not good. So this is our plan for putting this, like being very open, So whenever you want to have an AMA with me, like a private one, just ping me. If I'm available, if I'm not at work right now, I will drop in instantly with you on a voice chat and have all the questions, putting out. And I believe, in putting this. Definitely, we will start also making some videos by ourselves because I'm fully doxxed. So there will be we will go to Instagram and TikToks, I believe, soon as well. I'm just talking to the agency how to put this up. Yeah, and the funding side, Coma, how will this?
We will have a wallet dedicated to this. There is the question, how do we know each other? I explained that with Crypto Guy, the lead dev, I am a real life friend, and that with JPEG, we know each other through Fast Food Wolf game. He was an investor, I was an investor and a moderator. And we also met in real life, so JPEG trained to Budapest, and we had a nice lemonade when we KYC'd ourselves at the law office. We even have
They,
a selfie, the three of us together.
yep, they can't run. This is not a possibility, I know where they live, and they know where I live. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I know his mother's name.
Oh yeah, you do. Me too, by the way. I just
Yeah, you
checked
do.
today. Me too.
There was the question. Life kindly offered to explain in a way how the tree pool works that I mentioned, the Glacier, Gladavex, Glacier Avex. So in a few sentences, if you elaborate on it, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll try to make it as easy to digest as possible. So the reason why the three pool is basically as the protocol builds liquidity, if one side of the protocol basically gets too heavy with these traditional type of protocols, you can see that the other side becomes unstable or more volatile. By having the three pool and being able to trade in between these pools and keep the money within the ecosystem, it allows overall stability to be brought into a protocol just by allowing the interchangeability without causing unfair price impact on the users. So not only does it encourage money being kept in the ecosystem, it helps bounce it naturally. A lot of people view arbitrage as being a negative thing. That's actually the exact point of this, is that people by naturally trading from one opportunity, maybe there's a slightly higher APR in one of the coins than the other one, and they want to shift some funds. This will actually naturally gravitate the liquidity over for that and keep the protocol bounce and thus more stable. That's about as the easiest way I can explain it.
Thank you for it. If you have more questions on this, feel free to DM me, and we will either set a time to discuss, chat about it, or just, answer you if you have a basic question. How will we count ourselves accountable? We have many long-term plans. As I said, I just don't want to rush ahead in our roadmap because we have, planned it out when we will announce what, but everything will come in time, and you will see at least the next 6 months still prior to launch.
Oh yeah, and Popper, by the way, we have Melania. I mean, Life is also, very, very helpful in this protocol, and he will be soon on the team officially. So we hired in our opinion, the best that fits to us. and we hired them for a long term. So maybe in the future, that's what I'm saying. When they're building, when you out, making this whole thing, you will maybe a little bit rarer see uh, coma and
Or just
me
look at
chatting,
past
but
data.
that's the
So
point. And then it's then we'll be building up, this where we work with people that are passionate the same way like we are. So yeah, drop by our Discord.
also, like, there is the fast food wolf game I mentioned. It was rugged
Oh yeah,
more than 7 months ago, and I'm still talking in the Discord. We are still uh, we just put out Supergrass not so long ago on KOC like thingy. So even there, even though I'm not making any money out of it, not because as I was an investor. I didn't take out anything after I took over the protocol. I had like $6,000 worth in it. I still do. I didn't take out a cent from it, um, and I still, am there. So that's who I am. I know many people are not like this, but this is how I am. And
yeah,
if you follow us in the next week, you probably get to know us a little bit better, and then you can decide for yourself.
definitely. No problem. Just leave us here. You can, when you know want, just leave us here. We take over the show. No, just kidding, of course. No. But thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, definitely. Papa, don't ever apologize for asking questions, for fuck's sake. Come
Definitely
on.
enough.
We are
No.
a pro FUD team, so
Yep.
let me say my little monologue about this. So what is FUD? Fear, uncertainty, doubt. In life, everything is uncertain, so FUD becomes FD. What is fear? In Hungary, we have a saying, better better fear something than to be jump scared of something. It doesn't really translate to English well, but it's better to be prepared and count on it than to have it as a surprise. So fear is a good thing until it's not too much of it. And then there is doubt, and you should doubt everything until there is evidence against it. So yeah, FUD becomes nothing. Ask questions, even the difficult ones, we are there, we will answer them. And if we don't, we go back to the fucking drawing board until we can.
Yep. Hey. Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
I actually took a note. Maybe I draw something this week.
Yeah. I didn't had the chance, Melania, to talk to him about that yet, but I will after this make sure that he definitely know what is the Empress NFT, because the idea actually, Coma, is pretty awesome what she had. So
There is an idea behind it. I thought we were just
oh
giving
no
it
no,
like a
this is like no.
0.1% chance that someone can be the woman emperor.
Yes, something like, but well, again, we're spilling too much beans here, and Zach needs to run, so let's end it here. But yes, Melania, yes.
Actually, Papa, if you want to come on stage and ask questions voice to voice, feel free to do so.
But ask Zach maybe if he's okay first.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry.
I thank you.
Awesome. Guys, wait. Zach, most important part. Giveaway of the yeah. Giveaway. What we promised.
Please,
In my
please,
opinion, one
please
is
pick.
very obvious who is going to get that.
Yes, kind of, but please pick Zach. You know, the honor
Yeah.
of the host. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Of course.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone that was listening and giving us their time.
Bye bye.
Hey, you too. Bye. Time.
Oh yeah. I say crypto's kind of sucked me in the past year.